everyone, welcome to Emma's Wonderful Book Corner, and today we will be psychologically discussing I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jennette McCurdy. Before we begin, I would like to mention that I will be discussing the topic of calorie restriction and eating disorders, specifically bulimia. Now let's get on to the summary. I'm Glad My Mom Died is Jennette McCurdy's memoir, giving us a behind-the-scenes look at her life growing up in the spotlight. Much of the novel focuses on the difficult influence Jennette's narcissistic mother, Deb, had on her life. When Jennette was 6, her mother decides to fulfill her dreams of becoming an actress by making her daughter a star. Though not terribly interested in being an actress, Jennette agrees to make her mother happy. To keep her perfect for fame, Deb attempts to enhance Jennette's natural beauty by highlighting her hair, doing her makeup, and most importantly, pushing a low-calorie diet on her young daughter, which over time developed into an array of eating disorders. Eventually, Jennette books her most famous role as Sam Puckett on iCarly. She begins to gain fame that added more unwanted stress to her life. Deb's cancer returns, and on top of the stress of fame caused Jennette to develop binge eating disorder. Jennette starts dating a much older guy, and when this was found out by her mother, she received a strongly worded email from her about how much of a disappointment she is. After a bit, Jennette and her mother regain their relationship, and after some time, Deb's illness overtakes her and she passes away. After her mother's death, Jennette becomes reliant on alcohol and develops bulimia. She uses her bulimia as it is something that she can control when everything else feels out of control. Her life continues to decline and leads her to find another therapist to help with her bulimia, and this therapy was successful. She ends the book talking about her recovery and that even though she misses her mother, she does not miss her abuse. She realizes that if her mother had not died, she would still be mentally unhealthy and is thankful that her death allowed for her own recovery. Let's discuss our first psychological topic, which is extrinsic motivation. It is an overarching theme throughout the book and Jennette's life. Extrinsic motivation, according to Myers Psychology for the AP course, is a desire to perform a behavior to receive promised rewards or avoid threatened punishments. In Jennette's life, the promised reward is her mother's praise. Jennette says, "My purpose has always been to make mom happy and to be who she wants me to be." This motto serves as the motivation for her to become an actress and start a calorie-restricting diet, all in the name of gaining her mother's praise. The idea of wanting to please her mother brings us to the topic of operant conditioning. Operant conditioning, according to Myers Psychology, is a type of learning which a behavior becomes more likely to reoccur if followed by a reinforcer and less likely if followed by a punisher. Jennette says, "We're keeping me on a 1,000 calorie diet, but I have the smart idea that if I only eat half my food, I'll only be receiving half the calories, which means I will be shrinking twice as fast. I proudly show my half-eaten portions to mom after every meal." She beams. Here, her mother's smile and praise for her calorie restriction reinforces this behavior, making this a perfect example of the positive reinforcement type of operant conditioning. Now let's discuss authoritarian parenting style, which is the style Deb uses with Jennette. A person who uses authoritarian parenting is strict and imposes intense rules with big punishments if not followed, like shaming. Deb presents all of these qualities, and this can be seen when she imposes calorie restriction and shames Jennette for even gaining the slightest amount of weight. The results of this parenting style on children includes the child's inability to think on their own. When alive, Jennette's mother thought for her, and when she died, Jennette could not find a way to be in control of her own life except for her controlling her weight through bulimia. She says, "I make myself throw up again and again and again. I don't know how else to deal with everything around me. I don't know how else to cope with so much of my life being so out of my control." This now leads us to the next topic. Let's now discuss bulimia nervosa. According to the DSM-5, bulimia nervosa is characterized by recurrent episodes of binge eating, recurrent inappropriate compensatory behaviors to prevent weight gain, such as self-induced vomiting, misuse of laxatives, fasting, or excessive exercise, and self-evaluation is influenced by body shape and weight. These behaviors must occur at least once a week for 3 months. Jennette fills all the criteria for bulimia nervosa. Here's an example of a bulimia occurrence from the book. "I Postmates myself some breakfast, eggs and bacon and toast and potatoes and a latte with whipped cream. I eat rapidly, desperately, until I am halfway through. I can't stop here. I'm full. I don't have to keep going. I can interrupt the cycle. I chuck the takeout box in the trash. Overwhelm floods my whole body. I rush to the bathroom, lift the toilet lid, and purge my breakfast. I wash up." Here, Jennette eats and then vomits it back up, and as we know, this is due to body image. This also occurs every day for more than 3 months. Jennette is finding that since having bulimia, she has gained 10 pounds, and these 10 pounds keep her up at night. She says, "I don't understand. Why won't my body do what I want it to do? Why won't bulimia help me out anymore? I thought we were friends." This could be due to set point. Set point is the body's weight thermostat, meaning that when one's body falls below the set weight, the body will increase hunger and lower metabolism to restore the weight. A lowered metabolism was likely put to use here by her body to help her gain weight back from her concerningly low 89 pounds. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you get a chance to read this book. Please return to my page on the website to see my final recommendation.